Welcome to the YouTube channel of me, Ugly Wretch. Like, comment, and subscribe, or else.
Okay, and tonight's review is something that I'm so glad I'm starting this mode and working backwards, believe me. Transformers Studio Series, Transformers 1 Deluxe, Airachnid. And it's a thing. It's supposed to be a drone, okay? Now, a 3-propeller drone is not one I'm particularly familiar with, but, you know, I'm willing to believe there is. So, it's got the big one at the back here, which kind of catches... Oh, no. It kind of catches sometimes. It's... Obviously, this piece separates into several little bits, and it's not the easiest thing to get perfectly round. You know, I'm not that smart. Got the little ones at the front here that don't move. Nothing on top. The front is a big question mark. Like, is there supposed to be a camera or something in there? Like, what's this supposed to be? You look underneath, and it's just kind of stuff. You can't really see the robot mode. I mean, you can see all this stuff, but that could just be drone gubbins, you know. This is a big question mark. I don't know what this mode... Excuse me, my throat's gone horrible. I don't know what this mode is supposed to look like. You know what I mean? It's a big question mark. I will, however, say this thing is armed to the teeth. It's got guns on the ends of the propeller, drone bits here. It's got guns underneath here. And it's got ones that peg on the sides. Now, I'm not sure if they're supposed to like move to the back, it's supposed to move somewhere else, but there aren't that many peg holes, so it is what it is. All things considered, it's weird. I don't know if that's supposed to be flat, or if it's supposed to just sort of float like this. I don't know. I could be doing something wrong, and it's supposed to be flat, but it plugs in somewhere, so it kind of implies that it isn't. So I don't know. I don't know. Size comparison. There's Legacy crankcase. So, with all the extra gubbins, it's kind of deluxe-ish. You know, it's a difficult situation. Okay, transform it. Well, we're going to ignore all that as much as possible. I'm going to come to the front here. Okay. My throat, as soon as I record, every single time. I'm going to come underneath here. I'm going to try and separate these a little bit. And they may bring away bits and stuff and whatever. What we need to do is untab this section here from this piece here. There we go. Big tab goes into slot. And we'll do that on this side as well. Come on. There we go. It's hard to tab these things in. Once they're tabbed in, they stay. I'm closing those back up. They do open, but that's other transformation-y stuff. Bring this out. Now what we want to do is get these pieces, and they're on a double hinge apparatus in here. Just kind of wiggle them out. There we go. They've got these tiny little hooks here that go into this middle piece. So you just need to pop those out. Okay. Bet you can't guess what they are. Okay. Now, here we go. We need to pop this loose. Pop that loose as well. Why not? Rotate it over the top, making sure it doesn't catch on anything. Oh, right, how's this work again? We need to get this so it's flat. See, there's a mushroom peg there. Get that and rotate it there. And that will allow it to fold back to there. That's right, it should be right. Yep. Rotate this over the top and then rotate it like this. Then turn this around. It's got a ball joint inside here and collapse it on top there. And that is a leg. Let's see if I can do that a bit more cleanly this other side, because I was trying to remember which way all this turned. I'm going to move all this out of the way, rotate it over the top. Might as well turn this around and collapse it nice and flat. Make sure we got the mushroom peg there. Rotate it around. Bend this a little bit back. Collapse this down. It will lock in. Fold this down straight. Turn it to the front. Now we have Airachnid's legs. Have I called it Airachnid or I call it Black Arachnid? I'm pretty sure I called it Airachnid. So they're the legs, and it can stand. Huzzah! And then all we do is we get these shoulder pieces, gasp, shoulders, and we just bring them into place. And honestly, you could probably stop it there. You can just stop right there. Let's bring the camera up a little bit. And just have this giant fan on top of its head, like some kind of Power Rangers villain. Hey, we're in a heat wave. Why not? Oh, I could do with one, to be honest with you. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this and we're going to wiggle it until it comes unpegged from there. Do you see that? I'm going to bring it all the way out. And then we're going to play with all that. Yay. So we're going to separate these if they haven't already, because they just slide into each other like that. So we're going to separate them. We're going to bring them out. And this is the hardest bit. Okay. When you transform it back, this tab here goes into that slot. Come on, that slot there. This tab here goes into that slot there. Lining these up is an absolute nightmare because these bits wiggle and flex and all kinds of stuff. So, not easy. We're going to untab that one from the other side. There we go. Now we're going to get this, bring it down, and can we extend it? No. Come on. Can we extend it? Yeah, we're going to force it past to be fine. We'll extend that. There, it's done. What do you think? Alright, fine. I'll stop doing that joke. I'm sorry. Right, we're going to get this piece and fold it up. Turn it around. Do the same. Fold it up. It'll only fold one way. And then we rotate this around and you want to fold it so it's sticking out like this. Yep. And then we turn at this swivel here. And there's a little tab on this one blade that goes into that slot there. Doesn't hold, well, it holds, but you know what I mean. Now we should be able to just collapse all of this down. There's a tab here and a slot in the back there. Basically stick that all on the back. And that might be trying to do this bit, so unfortunately we might have to do dramatic head reveal. So you need to untab. There are these two tiny little notches there that go into these little holes. And bring the head up into place, and then this closes around it. So we're just tidying up the back now. God, can you see the sweat on my hat? This is disgusting. I'm sorry, this weather's horrible. Bring this up. They're on ball joints. Ball joint for the top two, ball joint for the bottom two. And we just want to bring these around. So they're down. And then this folds down in between them. And these you can basically position to your preference and do whatever it is you want with them. And there is Airachnid effectively in its robot mode. I say effectively because there's one last little step, but I quite like having the extra gun arms. It is an option you can have so she can chase people down and pew 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 pew. You can also stick the legs out the back and angle these around in such a way that she can run around on just these legs with hers sticking out the back. You have got options. I just feel like these legs, especially these back ones, don't actually fold the way you want them to fold. You know what I mean? But you are supposed to open this up, and as long as it opens up far enough, rotate that around, close it up, and then you've got the hands. God, this weather's horrible. I do apologise. I'm really not trying to be gross with everyone, but I'm so disgustingly hot. Okay. Right, there she is. She's in a robot mode, and she's all right. It's interesting to have the character as much as she was in that film, because you know she wasn't exactly super exciting, was she? But she was there. She was plot relevant, and yeah, she's all right. She stands actually quite well. These back legs aren't even touching the floor. See? So she's actually quite good. She actually balances quite well. The legs are a bit but what kind of legs do you want her to have? The arms are quite sturdy for what they are. The head is maybe lacking a little bit of paint, but quite lovely for what it is. You know, I've seen lots of people have repainted this, and you know, that's fine. Let's do a size comparison so I can run away and try and cool down. There is Legacy Medics. So she kind of spreads out a little bit, especially with the legs above her head. But she's quite deluxe. Okay? She's a deluxe. No question about it. So yeah. I wouldn't pay too much for her, but if you're interested and you can track her down reasonably cheap, there's no reason not to pick her up. And on that, I'm going to go and like throw myself into a bath of ice or something. I don't know. I'm disgusting. Right. I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one. Well, hopefully I'm not sweating absolute bullets. I was going to say buckets and then but just whatever. Bye-bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all come back now, you hear?